Okay, so this would be the attitude position, and here we have the Hierophant in the reverse position. So, yeah, my feeling is that some of you might be feeling this way, behaving this way. Don't shoot the messenger, or do, psychically attack me, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm Scorpio moon too. So I can understand where you're coming from somewhat. But, some people do need to just grow up and put their big girl or big boy underwears on and move along. We all got problems, but blaming everything and everyone for our problems, it just does not fix a damn thing in the long run. Okay? But like I said, for most of you, I feel like this is a situation where you're going to be experiencing someone come in that may try to manipulate you. Anywho, back to this. The Hierophant in reverse. This is someone who is non-traditional, unconventional, someone who is not willing to conform. So you may be taking on the attitude of a bit of a rebel. You might be having an attitude of, I am not taking any more shit. I'm not going to fall in line to what everyone else in society is doing. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's okay. I rather enjoy this energy. Let's just make sure that we're not trying to escape accountability and responsibility. Okay? If you mess up, own that shit. Personal accountability, own that shit and do what you can to fix it. Excuse my French, but I gotta say it. I gotta put it out there. If anybody can appreciate this, it's Scorpio. Well, you'll appreciate it or you'll hate me. But either way, it's okay. I love you anyway. Anyhow, a bit of a rebel attitude, but, I don't blame you guys. So, clarify, get the death card. So, it's time for a change. And it's time for a change. And maybe you're just sick and tired of having to conform to what everybody else wants you to do. And maybe now you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to live for me. I'm going to do things for me and not for everyone else. Okay, so this is how other people would see you. Here we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she's very analytical. And she definitely takes her time in making any type of decision because she wants to weigh the pros and the cons of each decision. She seems to operate more from the intellect and the logic rather than the emotion, which is quite different from Scorpio energy, as we're more emotional, more intuitive, and so she's operating more from the intellect. Queen of Swords, she also has a powerful weapon, and it's her tongue. So, yeah, she can definitely tear someone down verbally in a hot second, let me tell you. But, this could indicate that perhaps you could be dealing with someone that's like this. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or we could just be dealing with this particular type of energy under the swords element, air element. The air element signs, they tend to intellectualize the emotions rather than feel. Scorpios feel. Air is like intellectualize. Let's go to the logic. So she can come across as pretty brutal, especially if you're very emotional and sensitive. She can come across pretty brutal. Now, some people may look at you like you're coming across very brutal, seeing how this is how other people see you. So maybe you're using your tongue as a weapon. Now, to clarify, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So this is about us going after a goal that we've got. And we put a lot of hard work into it, but then we just keep getting hit with obstacle after obstacle, and then boom, it's like a damn roadblock. And so we feel like we've invested so much time and energy and work into, something, could be a person, could be a project, could be, a situation, a job, whatever it may be. You feel like you put a lot into it, and yet you never seem to achieve the victory that you've been after. You're not able to fully obtain the goal that you were going after. And so this is how other people would be looking at you. Some people might be looking at you like you robbed yourself out of victory, or you're getting in your own way of victory. Now that hurts. Okay, so this would be hopes and fears. So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse position. This is going through a huge change within. And then we still try to cling and hang on to our old image and who we used to be, because it's what we know and what's familiar. Even though you know that you've been through a huge change, you're not the same person that you used to be, but yet you still just try to hang on because it's what's familiar. Clarified by the 9 of Wands in reverse. So the 9 of Wands in reverse, this is someone who has been beat down emotionally, mentally, physically. They're just absolutely exhausted because they're constantly having to defend their self, their family, their values, their beliefs, all of it. They feel like they have constantly had to battle, and they just are at a point where they cannot do it anymore. Sometimes this can be pushing ourselves past the point of exhaustion to where we end up becoming physically ill. So with these two combined, I'm going to automatically say that, yeah, that's a fear. I mean, for some, I feel that you may definitely want a change, but I don't see anybody wanting to still try to cling on to their past image. So let's just class this as a fear. Okay, so for the final outcome, we have justice. So that's pretty straightforward. Weighing things out, weighing the pros and the cons out, doing things the right way, receiving some justice. This could even be karmic justice. Funny thing, I clarify and I get the justice card again. So I'm like, wow, double dose of justice. So then I clarify again. And we get the Lover's card in the reverse position. So this to me would indicate that perhaps some of you are seeking justice because of a relationship that could have ended. This could have been a romantic relationship, most likely a romantic relationship or marriage, or it could have been a friendship, a platonic friendship. So either way, when the Lover's card is in reverse, they become divided. The give is not equal to the take anymore. Things are just not, working out. Not that they're impossible, but to me, the way this is working out is I feel that you guys may be experiencing some disharmony within a relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic. There's a disharmony. There's some unhappiness. And maybe you feel that the other person in the relationship has done you wrong and you desire justice, or maybe a little bit of revenge, karma, whatever it may be for you. Now also, this can indicate someone that's seeking revenge too, so do be careful. It's okay to, want to see somebody get what they deserve, but you don't want to manipulate things. It's best to just leave it in the hands of the universe. That way your hands are clean and you don't accrue any bad karma. So yes, it definitely seems like you're seeking justice for something that occurred within a relationship. Maybe you want things to be equally divided. Maybe you're wanting a honorable assessment of your situation. Perhaps some of you will end up in court. Maybe some of you will be getting a divorce. For some of you, this could be indicating that you need to make a choice and that you need to use your intellect over your emotion. And this decision would definitely have the theme of justice to it, which is right. But yes, I feel that definitely for most of you that there is some relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, and it's definitely out of balance. And for some of you, you seek the balance. Some of you want this balance to be restored. Some of you just want to be done with it, and you want the justice system to work the right way and in your favor and to be fair. And again, this can be about karma as well, so ouch. So, for the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Coins. So, this is wonderful for finances. This can definitely indicate that a new job opportunity could present itself or be available to you. Perhaps some of you decide to go in a different direction career-wise. Maybe it's something new that you've not ever done and you're deciding to, shake things up a bit and do something different. And perhaps for some of you, this could be indicating that you're simply getting a new start, a new financial start. And well, that would be good. At least someone is definitely willing to help you with your situation. And maybe some of you are definitely seeking this justice because of the very trying situation that you were put in. Maybe someone put you out and they did so unfairly, and so you are definitely seeking justice. You want your fair share. You want things to be done the right way. Or maybe you want someone to get their karma. Okay. Anyhow, this is definitely a blessing on the end of finances. So some of you could be getting a job. Some of you could be potentially getting a promotion or a raise, possibly. And some of you may decide to start a side business or, a business in general. Maybe some of you have a hobby where you can make money off of it. So you may try to do that. Many different things. But overall, this is about a new start financially. An opportunity will present itself. Okay. To clarify, we have the moon in the reverse position. So, you do need to be aware of self-deception. Typically, under this type of influence, if you feel that someone is withholding the truth from you, it will be revealed. That is the upside. Now, sometimes there can be a bit of a sneaky element to the moon card in reverse, but the difference is with the moon card in reverse, the sneakiness would be on your part rather than someone else's. So, yeah, definitely take that into consideration. If you're not being sneaky, then maybe you could be falling prey to self-deception. You definitely want to see the situation as it really is. See the writing on the wall. Don't kid yourself about anything. Be willing to face yourself in the mirror and own your shit. Own it. Don't lie to yourself, okay? Yeah, so definitely don't lie to yourself about the opportunity. Don't make it something that it's not. Don't embellish it, okay? Don't exaggerate it. Slow but steady is best. Now, the moon card in reverse can also indicate that perhaps some of you could be dealing with some insomnia. So that can be pretty tough as well. Just throwing random things out here that I feel may resonate with you guys. Because typically, our emotions are a bit out of balance with the moon card in general. especially in the reverse position. So, because that's where we fall prey to self-deception. But again, there is still a bright side. If you feel that someone's kept the truth from you, it will be revealed. It will absolutely get revealed. And maybe for some of you, it does get revealed, and maybe you just might make a profit from it. This can go many different ways. So, okay. Love Oracle cards. These are for the single Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Risings. So, for the first one, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So, some of you were not single, and now you are. I could see that. Yeah, some of you were definitely separated here recently over the last month, 2-3 months. It'd be fresh. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Yeah, because there is a possibility that someone could return to you from your past. And definitely be careful of the person that returns to you. If someone does come back to you from the past, make sure they're not, trying to pull one over on you. Make sure they're not trying to manipulate you or use you for what they can get. That type of thing. But at the same time, you don't want to let fear control you either. You got to get a grip on that fear. But yes, heart-to-heart conversation. So for some of you, there's definitely somebody that's coming in or that's already around you and that you're interested in, and you guys may have been exchanging some conversations, some intimate conversations, and considering the possibilities. Oh, okay. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, yeah. There can also be codependency issues with relationships. Some people don't like to be alone, so they literally hop from relationship to relationship. But this can also be straightforward in saying that perhaps there could be a codependency issue upon alcohol or recreational type of drugs. And that, no doubt, would definitely create a problem for your romantic life and for any aspect of your life if you have an addiction like this. If you do have an addiction like this, please do seek out help. There are many programs that will help. You just need to voice that you want the help. Okay, so these love oracle cards will be for the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are in a relationship or married. Passion. Hey, Scorpio, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So, yeah, a lot of the married or in a relationship Scorpios are definitely focused on the passion. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So, this could be about your children. Perhaps if you're with someone that had children through another person and, now you've combined families. Sometimes this can indicate that, there might be a little bit of a difficulty with transition. Yeah. But overall, it's nothing that is life-shattering. It can be worked through. It can just indicate that there's a little bit of a tough period, for maybe some of the children. And, maybe they're having a hard time getting along with your children, or maybe they're having a hard time, getting past, their mom or dad not being together and the fact that they've moved on. It can be an emotional thing for children. So, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So, yeah, for some of you, there's definitely a relationship break that's coming or that's already happened, and it was much needed.